12 of the top BMX riders on Earth, but only one will leave on top of the podium. Are you ready?
What's up, Fise family? It is Sunday here in Shanghai in the country of China. This is the last day of this Fise World Series, and we are getting ready for the action that is going to happen here on the skate park with the 2025 UCI BMX Freestyle Park World Cup. My name is Egon, and I'll be guiding you during this broadcast together with our BMX Freestyle expert, Dustin Oram.
Blessed to be here. Very excited.
Dustin, we've had a great day so far. We started off the day with the women's finals where Hannah Roberts took the win. And we saw some new talents as well. We saw Miharu Ozawa, unfortunately just not on the podium. We saw the new kid on the block, Nono.
Yeah, Nono was holding it down and making her presence known at her first World Cup.
Yeah, it's absolutely lovely to have all these contests. We're seeing new talents every year, even every stop. There's new riders that we get to know and see which kind of riding that they have.
Yeah, we were definitely treated to some top-notch riding, and seeing Hannah's lines on the course, the mix of tricks and transfers and everything that was involved, it was crazy. And then Kim throwing down as well. It was a crazy women's final.
Brilliant to see. Now, yesterday we were supposed to have our men's semifinal to boil it down from 24 to 12 riders. Unfortunately, the rain hit the course and we had to cancel that qualification. Now, semifinal. Good news is we have finals with now 24 riders. So this is going to be a long one.
It's going to be wild. And it's fun that what this is going to allow for the different riders is now they are in the finals. And what these 24 riders are going to be able to throw down for us is going to be crazy.
Now, definitely all these riders are going home with the UCI points that everyone wants, especially with the upcoming Olympic cycle that is going to kick off somewhere next year, if I'm not mistaken. But now, yeah, let's take a look at the roster that we have here. I mean, some of the most talented riders, some Fise regulars like Marin Rantesh, Rim Nakamura, Justin Dowell, Marcus Christopher, Dean Florian, and maybe even some new kids. For example, Anar Aliev.
Yeah.
So a lot of new talents to discover with all the people watching back home. So we're live on YouTube, we are live on Eurosport and on HBO Plus and Discovery. So please get involved in all the action. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions regarding the beautiful sport that is BMX Freestyle.
Yeah, we're stoked that you're tuning in with us and watching the last bits of warm-up going on right here. These men riders are going to put on an absolute show in just a moment, and it is crazy. Some of the lines, transfers, tricks that are all going down. It's wild seeing the different approaches to the course. So we are in for an unreal event this afternoon.
The wind is picking up maybe just a bit, like we can see it outside. We see the trees swaying with the wind. We can see also on the flags on the course. So hopefully the wind settles down just a bit here at the Huangpu River in Shanghai. So on the course right now, we see Kevin Perazza getting his last runs in. He's going to be in heat number 3. So 24 riders, 4 heats of 6 riders. So that's going to be a lot of action and a very tough job for the judges as well.
Yeah, the judges are definitely going to be put to work today with everything that's going on from these riders and the different ways that they're all going to approach this course.
Now, taking a look at that course, another full creation by the people of Hurricane Parks who have their workshop here in China in Shenzhen. Let's take a look around here. A lot of people have been talking about the Shanghai Tower.
Yeah, this course is wild, looking at all the different features and the opportunities to be able to transfer and the elevation change. And so speed is going to play a huge factor to be able to adjust from going from the top to the bottom, all the different transfers. It's going to be a cool course to watch the diversity of riding take place on it. So Fise definitely did an awesome job. Hurricane Parks really putting together a treat and a lot of different obstacles with that bridge that goes across to that Shanghai Tower, the plexiglass quarter on the top, and then we've been calling it the shark tail up on the elevated portion, the green ramp, the quarter pipe that they're able to use to transfer back down into that lower portion to hit that Shanghai Tower.
Yeah, and also the addition to that shark tail as well.
Yeah. So very cool in the different aspects that Hurricane Parks brought to this Shanghai stop in the World Series. So again, right here, the riders, it was a wild practice watching everyone cruising out there and just the awareness of the riders to know where each other are at, because again, you see all those features in the middle and even how they step down from that elevated portion, a lot of transfers, a lot of cross-course action that takes place. So these riders really got to be aware of each other out there.
And the first thing I thought on Wednesday when we did the track walk, I thought this is a technical course, but you need to have the speed down as well. So you see it in the middle, that is the Shanghai Tower as we call it. And riders need all that speed, all that momentum to actually clear it.
Again, right there, getting a glimpse at the intensity of the wind. The wind is definitely moving out there. Talking with some of the riders, if you are traveling faster, there's an aspect of being able to push through it, but that wind has been catching some of the riders' tires as they've been doing some of the different transfers and different tricks, and so they're cutting through it. They've been all right, but they definitely experienced some difficulty from that wind.
Now let's take a look at how we exactly judge a BMX freestyle contest.
BMX Freestyle Park is pure commitment in an XXL skate park. Riders perform in a park designed to maximize possibilities. Ramps, boxes, quarters, spines, fun boxes. Every obstacle is an opportunity to create unique lines. But the secret isn't just throwing down big tricks. It's about using the entire skate park. Judges reward riders who can flow from one obstacle to another, exploit every space, and build a run that's both smooth and creative. Each rider gets 2 runs of 1 minute. Only the best run counts for the final ranking. How are they judged? A panel scores each run based on difficulty. The more technical the trick, the higher the score. Amplitude, height, speed, and power. Creativity and originality. Surprising the crowd with unique style. Flow and use of the park. Linking tricks seamlessly and riding the whole course. Control. Because mastery makes the difference. BMX Freestyle Park is a battle of creativity, technique, and adrenaline, where every second counts.
So if you're relatively new to the sport of BMX freestyle, that is the way that we will judge the riding of our riders. So 2 times 60-second runs, and the best run will count. And all of that is being judged by our judging panel that you will see on the screen. From Germany, Marcus Wilke. From UK, David Kleeworth. From Argentina, Axel Jurgens. From the US, Brian Kaczynski. From Slovenia, Luka Kovic. And from Australia, the land down under, we have Dave Dillaward.
Yeah, these guys are legit, and they definitely know what they're looking at, and they're all riders themselves, and many of them continue to shred, and so they know what they're looking for on the course in that judging criteria.
And also, up in that tower, we will have a technical delegate from the UCI. And sometimes they intervene. For example, if the wind is too high and riders make a remark about it, he will be the one to have a conversation with the riders and see if it's still good to go. So our first riders on the list: heat number 1, Dean Florian, Irek Ridzaev, Kane Mitchells, Tom Clemens, Anar Aliev, and Jacob Beam.
And then heat number 2 will be Dylan Hesse, Reese Daberno, Ken Atencio, Maxime Chalifort, Sean Gornall, and Lars Kinderman.
After that, we will have Jose Sedano, Kaede Ozawa, Arseny Lyubishkin, Marin Rantes, Gustavo Batista de Oliveira, and Kevin Baradza.
And our final heat 4, will be Anthony Jean-Jean, Justin Dowell, Rimu Nakamura, Jose Torres-Gil, Nick Bruce, and your top qualifier, Marcus Christopher.
And that last heat, those are the best riders from qualification that we had on Friday here in Shanghai.
Again, getting a good look at this whole festival atmosphere that Fise has brought us this year, and it's awesome, from the rocket ship to the bike to the actual course itself.
And a bit of a history lesson. So the Westbund actually used to be part of the Longhua Airport, which was one of the oldest airports that they had in Shanghai, but eventually, because they needed more housing, they started building more houses close to the airport. The airport closed down. They got a new one further away in the city. And, well, actually, this part was part of the port as well. So the big dome that we have, the Hero Dome, actually used to be a cement factory. And maybe if we will see it on the drone shot as well, the tanks that you see actually used to be the tanks that were holding the kerosene for the airplanes. I think you can just see it like in the upper right corner.
And the crowd gathering, got a fun crowd. Love the excitement that the crowd is bringing all week, and they've definitely been taking it up a level as the riders all take it up a level coming into this final.
Also, in yesterday's first heat, Tom Clements did not start, but for today's final, he's good again. So what happened is, in practice, he hurt his foot. It's a bit better now, so he will ride just to get the UCI points in and maybe put on a bit of a fun show.
Yeah.
That's what he told me.
He'll show all the different aspects of freestyle BMX and all that can be done. Because again, his bike is set up, he likes getting technical and using his pegs, which are what stick out on the side of the bike. And all these riders have their bikes set up different, from riders that have brakes to riders that are brakeless. And then free coasters, cassettes is how the back wheel engages when you're going fakie, to the different pegs that they would have on their bike. So a lot of different setups. And again, things that you can be looking for is traditionally you spin away from your front foot. And so the rider has a choice to platform either with the right foot or the left foot forward. And so something to be watching is which way they spin and do their tricks in according to how their feet are set up.
And on the left-hand screen, we can see Jaka Rimec from Slovenia. Jude Jones as well, having a pizza. Reef Way.
And it's so awesome to see each other cheering on their fellow riders. And then it's cool, we got Catfish on the MC with Kane as well, bringing the hype for the riders on course and for the crowd as well.
So they just cleared the course. The last riders had their bit of warm-up. So we're just waiting for the first heat of riders to pick their spot on a course, to check from which place they want to drop in. Some will prefer the step-down section. Here on the left, some riders will be up on top of the wall. I think those are like the most outspoken places to drop in.
Yeah. That's definitely where many of the riders have been choosing to drop in from, as those are some of the highest points on course to be able, again, generate that speed to adjust all the elevation change and the size of these ramps.
So what to expect from our first heat of riders? I mean, Dean Florian, lots of technicality.
And then you see Eric right there going all the way up to the top of that vert wall, and he had some wild drop-ins.
And Kane Mitchell, I wonder which pants is Kane wearing today. He has a thing with animal prints. But first, the rider that qualified in 24th, that just made the cut in qualification, will be the German Dean Florian.
He was shredding in the mini ramp yesterday, and excited to see what he brings to the course. Again, has an awesome mix of steez as well as technical tricks.
So let's see, starting off with a really properly executed 360 downside tilt, going straight into that flare, riding up the shark tail, ready to drop in and hit that Shanghai tower. Oh, 360 Superman seat grab, kicking it the Indian style. 360 tabletop, and that was flat as you can go.
Proper.
The flatter, the better. 360
Yo!
double tail whip, yes. A good flare, and then 270 ready to hit that bridge. 450 in the Shanghai Tower, and with all that speed, making it all the way to the top, ready for that step down. Oh, hand plant almost on the coping. We just heard the 10-second buzzer. Ooh, can jam. Putting his foot over the frame, then does the foot jam. So that was the technicality we were talking about. That's also one of the strongest points that Dean Florian has. It's the foot jam combination that he does, and that we'll hopefully also see in the Spine Ramp finals this evening.
Absolutely. What a way to start the party out here.
And now this is a sport that is judged by, well, our judges, of course. But the first rider always has the honor, but also, let's say, the duty to set the baseline score for everyone.
Right there, that was a huge 360 Superman seat grab, proper 360 tabletop, hitting that shin on the top tube. And right here, 360 double tail whip. Getting his feet on the pedals and then having to adjust to go into that quarter. And right there at 450 off of the bridge into the Shanghai Tower. Hand plant up at the top of that Spalding vert wall. All right, Dean's score coming in for him, 66.60. So again, setting that baseline for all these riders, but a great way to get the party started. And here we're going all the way up to the top.
So yesterday, Irek had some bad luck. Whenever he tried to drop in, the raindrops would start to fall.
Well, praise the Lord, we got some good weather today. He's saying he's ready to go, getting the thumbs up, and he's in. Check out this drop in. So massive, pocketing into that UCI quarter extension. Let's go, Irek.
Yes, front flip, no-hander. Good job, Irek. Keep it going. And all of that in the first 10 seconds of his run. Backflip, double tail. Oh!
Having to jump off the back, but again, he's got so much air awareness.
I wonder what happened in that flip double whip. Was it a gust of wind? Did he lose his balance? Now the good news is Irek got away safely, no injuries, so, and he still has all that energy left for the second run.
Yeah, we'll have to see the replay, but it almost looked like he was starting to over-rotate and knew that that was going to happen in his air awareness, knew to ditch the bike and just try and run out of it. Right there, good look at the front flip tuck up that, and then here we go. I think this is where things went off. So backflip, double tail whip, and then, yeah, starting to over-rotate, knew that he had pulled too much.
Ooh. Because if you're wondering back home, why did he bail on his bike? Well, he would have landed very back wheel heavy, and that would have caused him to actually loop out on his bike.
See him kind of holding his shoulder a little bit there. A grimace on his face, but looks like he's just mentally processing everything that happened so he can come back and run number two. Because again, it's best run counts. So he's not out yet. He knows he can come back. But right here, we are going to go to Great Britain's Kane Mitchell, and he's got some awesome transfers around the course. Excited to see him.
He's got his tiger pants on.
All right, here we go. To make his first impression, backflip bar spin to tuck no hander. Kane in for business. Triple bar spin, shark fin and down. Kane is on it right now, out of the top of that vert wall, maxing that speed. What? Let's go. Kane is on it right now. Putting in a little combo right there. T-bog to table, and then there is the transfer I was excited to see. Huge flare transfer in those quarter extensions. 360 double tail whip. That foot floating and getting it on the pedal before he landed. Let's go, Kane. Truck driver in the elevated portion. Looking to transfer back down. Yo, getting a little steez right there. One hand, one foot. Into a double tail whip. Kane, flare tabletop. Coming into his final thoughts, final 10 seconds on that bridge. T-bog into the Shanghai Tower. Tuck no hander into the vert wall. Backflip tail whip. Catching it clean, and that's going to be time. Let's go, Kane. Oh, that flare transfer. It's set back a little bit. And so just understanding how much to push through, but you don't want to push through too much. Still got to pull for the flare. Oh, I love that line.
And that showcases the power that he has.
Yeah, Kane came out swinging. Let's check these replays. Right here, right from the drop. Backflip bar spin to tuck no hander into
triple
bar spin down that shark fin.
1, 2, 3. So that's a triple truck. So that's a 360 while performing 3 bar spins. Look at the travel that he has on that gap.
And then, yeah, right there, that foot was floating, and then last second he was able to bring it in. Oh, that was an awesome run.
The powerhouse from the UK, Kane Mitchell.
Right there, score coming in, 77.2. So again, he's going to be stoked with that. And then that gives him freedom to play around with that second run a little bit more and try and take it up a notch and get some of those dream tricks involved. Right here, we're going to go to Tom Clemens. Again, we heard he injured his foot. It was actually an injury that he had before, and Ree got it right there.
I told you he was going to do a lot of fun tricks, and we saw the Fufanu already. Foot jam. He's going to have a bit of a mini ramp jam. Oh. I thought he was going to go for a hurricane. Oh, yeah. Feeble stall. Oh, 360 tap over the shark tail.
Having some fun.
Oh, a Bubaka. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh! I think a lot of mid-school riders will love his run. Will this give him the best score? No. Is it entertaining? Absolutely. And the reason Tom did this, he hurt his foot yesterday. It is still aching just a bit, so he decided to take it easy and just put up a show for the people watching at home.
And it is fun to see all the different components to BMX and just to be able to showcase the freestyle component and show some of the more technical tricks that you wouldn't always do in a competition run like this. So it's fun for Tom to get out there and enjoy himself a little bit.
You know, it might seem harsh the score that he got, but I think he had a lot of smiling faces in the judging tower. And let's see if he's going to take it easy and just call it on that second run, or if we will see him again. Next up will be a new rider on the scene, Anar Aliyev.
See him getting in the zone.
He was also like really impressive in yesterday's spine qualifiers. Another technical rider.
Getting himself set, and again, these riders have a moment to wait for the wind, to wait for when they feel good to go, and Anar is ready for action. Here we go, going up on that shark tail to get his run underway. Blasting the Shanghai tower. That was awesome. Huge backflip bar spin. And then gapping all the way to the top of that. Yo, transferring double tail whip. Yes, Anar. Huge super C. Hanging onto it. His foot slipped off as he was pedaling at that ramp, putting him in a weird position, a little off kilter. Thankfully, he was able to keep it under control to keep himself rubber side down. But again, he knows he's got 2 runs. That was not what he was looking for in run number 1.
What probably happened is, as he did a trick before he lost control of his bike, probably didn't get his foot on properly, which caused his foot to slip.
Something with the chain or his hub or something that might have happened.
It could be a mechanical defect as well. So let's see here, he's back on the pedals. I think.
It looked like, yeah, they just slipped off of it as he was pedaling forward. Everything with the drivetrain looks like it's in good shape, just from a glance. So again, he knows he's got another run, so he'll come back with run number 2. Right here, we're gonna take our attention to Jacob Thiem. Very stoked for him to be out here and love the diversity of riding and style that he brings to the course and the way his approach.
The first rider in this final with a free coaster on his bike. So let's see if he's going to use that. Jacob dropping in, starting off with that 360 triple bar spin. Straight into that flare bar spin. Going for the trick combinations. Triple tail whip. Oh.
Ah. Bobbling the feet on that triple whip.
He's going to call it. I think he's going to save their energy for the second run.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, so quick
Triple
with those
truck.
bars. And right here, let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3. Last one. Looked like the foot was right there, but just not lining up his feet exactly how he wanted on the pedals.
Hit his shin on the way back in.
Again, it is best run counts. And so he knows he's going to be able to come back. Not happy with that one. Yeah. Says run it back.
Please.
He knows what he needs to do.
The kid from Nebraska.
So that's going to take us back to the top of the list for heat number 1. And we definitely are experiencing the intensity of the wind. But here we go. Dean is in, cutting right through it. That 360 downside tail whip straight into a flare bar spin. Linking the tricks back to back. Coming in at the Shanghai Tower. Yes, I love that trick. Doing it so awesome. 360 Superman seat grab Indian air. And then right there locking in the 360 tabletop with proper form. Coast to coast on that bank wall transfer.
Oh.
Yes, 720 bar spin. Dean is on it right now.
Yes, the 540 flare.
Let's
That's
go.
Dean Florian's signature trick. Dropping into the Shanghai Tower. We're in the second half of the second run of Dean Florian from Germany. Ready for that step down, picking up the speed again to hit the wall. Hand plant on top of the coping. 10 seconds, that's the 10-second buzzer right there. Into the subway bank, 360 tail whip. Last seconds, flare. And that is gonna be time for Dean Florian.
He has got to be hyped on that run right there. Yes, giving his love to the crowd for all of their stoke. Wow.
Dean's back tire, where it's landing. Almost every single hit.
That was wild. And just doing his tricks with proper form. But let's check out these replays. 720 bar spin right into the 5 flare. Such a heavy back-to-back link right there. And then this, again, that trick just looks so awesome. Just the way you're floating, hanging onto the back of the bike. 360 tabletop locked in. You want to put your shin to the top tube, and he did just that. And they're going all the way up to the top, holding on to that coping, the hand plant. Score coming in for him, 72.6. So again, huge jump from his first run score. So he's stoked on that. And got him currently sitting in second place. And then that is going to take us to Eric. Again, he's got work to do right now. First run did not go how he was planning, but he's been able to assess, see what he needs to do, make the adjustments.
He's gonna need
handle business.
He's gonna need that redemption on that backflip double tail where he looped out, or was about to loop out. That's why he bailed on his bike, but here he goes. Starting off with the front flip no-hander. That's a way to impress the judges with your first trick, no-hander into the subway bank, and then keeping it safe with the backflip tail whip. But that sets him up for the rest of his run.
Yo!
Can. Oh! That was supposed to be a 360 bar spin to downside tail whip. A triple trick combination. Ooh. I hope.
Eric.
That hurts.
Yeah. That's all we need to say. Such a gnarly way to start his run. That massive drop right into that front flip tuck no-hander. And yeah, that triple whip transfer from the Spox into that.
Oh. Straight to the family jewels.
You saw what happened. We do not need to say anything else. That was not good.
Painful to watch.
Yeah.
I think a lot of men behind the screen now squirming in pain with him.
Yeah, an awesome crowd out here. And these guys are some of the toughest riders there are, and Eric shaking that off. Yeah, that was gnarly.
Desire 38.2, he's currently in 3rd place. And your current leader.
So yeah, his second run
And the next rider
did not go how he wanted, but now we are going to go back to Kane Mitchell, and his first run was wild. Bring in the transfers and the big tricks, but now here we go, run number 2, see what he's going to try and do with it.
The Tiger from Great Britain.
And Kane is in. Backflip, bar spin, tuck no hander, getting even more extension on that. 1, 2, 3. Shark fin and down. Double tail. Oh! Trying to crank it up an extra notch. Double whipping into that hurricane quarter extension. But just hanging that back wheel over the top, sending him over the bars. See the grimace in his face. That was a heavy slam. Look at this, starting it, backflip, bar spin, tuck no hander, straight into 1, 2, 3. Then right here, double tail whip. Got himself on there, but you saw him try and pull that bike to avoid the coping, but just leaving that back end, casing that back end a little bit on it, sending him over. What a warrior. Back up to his feet, that was a heavy slam. But his first run was crazy. That flare transfer. Glad to see he's good. Giving a smile, waving to everyone back home. Giving some love to his mom. And he's going to stay with that first run score of a 77.2.
So back to Anar Aliyev. Unfortunately, slipped his pedal in his first run, so he wants to have one solid run, a full pull. We get the thumbs up. Asking for some help from up above. And Anar is good to go. Going up that shark tail, dropping it for the Shanghai Tower. Backflip bar spin, okay. Double tail transfer, oh, and he's back up again. Back on his bike, come on, Anar. Every trick you do now is gonna be an extra. Can get you the extra UCI points, get you better ranked for next World Cups. And of course, the people of Shanghai want to show 720 bar spin, 540 flare. Like, could you imagine if that crash didn't happen, seeing the tricks he's doing now?
Yeah, Nar showing what he had.
Nice and lofty on that flare, and then, almost hitting the ramp on his way back in. And time for Anar Aliyev.
And it's awesome being able to have him out here and for him to put on a show for us. Again, even after that slam, being able to get up and show what he had to offer. So it's cool just to have him out here. And you can see how stoked he is just to be here. And his hype, even amidst not getting the runs that he was looking for, still so stoked, so thankful for the opportunity to be on this stage, this platform. Definitely roasting everything he was hitting, trying to go as high as he possibly could. That was crazy back-to-back combo. 720 bar spin right into that 540 flare. Bright future for him.
Cranking the numbers up to 41.40 because he pushed through And next rider, fortunately, had a slip up on that triple tail whip over the box. But Jacob is back, and he knows how to win. The winner of Munich match this year, this summer, now here in Shanghai. Starting off with that triple truck driver, 360 and 3 bar spins. 1, 2. Okay, double tail up, keeping it a bit more, the more safer option, let's say. 360 no-hander, nice extension on that one.
Yes, Jacob.
Straight into the subway bank, ready to hit the box again. Backflip bar spin. Now we're at that half-minute mark here. Flare tail whip on the Shanghai Tower. Riders using it as a spine, as a quarter pipe. That is freestyle. Bar spin up the deck. And we're ready to drop in again. Truck driver down the step down. Bar spin to tuck no-hander. 540 bar spin, yes. Come on, Jacob. Keep on pushing in the last 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, 450. Hand plant.
Yo.
Oh, hand plant. X-up?
Yeah. Let's go. I love the variety of tricks that he brings to the course. That 450 up into the plexiglass. That was sweet. And then, yeah, let's check out these replays. 1, 2, 3. Slinging them so fast. And then right here, huge flare bar spin. Double tail whip, catching that clean. Flare tail whip. Truck driver down the Euro gap. Pretty sure it was an opposite bar spin he did up that as well.
That 540 bar spin. Difficulty level very high. 450.
So cool. Wow, it's so close right there.
The crowd loved that one.
And then check this out. Clicking that X up in the hand plant. Again, showing that variety.
That's the creativity that we want to see, and the judges as well.
Straight tricks, spin tricks, flip tricks. And there we go, getting rewarded for that diversity of tricks. Coming in with the score of 78.4, moving him to the top of the list.
Getting really close to the 80-point mark. So good job by our friend Jacob Thiem from the US. So that wraps up our first heat of 6 riders. The next 6 riders will get a short amount of time to get warmed up. They have one line on the skate park, and then it's go time for these riders. Now let's have a look at the highlights of our first. So welcome back to Fise Shanghai, everyone. We just wrapped up the first heat of riders in this UCI BMX Freestyle World Cup men's finals. 6 of the best riders already from qualification had their 2 runs with Jacob Thiem on top right now. But we are ready for the next rider. The first one in this second heat, Dylan Hesse, recently crowned as a European champion in Netherlands.
All right, let's clear this course.
And he's rocking the jersey. A European Championship jersey. There you go, watching him in practice. We are in for a treat right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the Hessage.
here we go. Starting off heat number 2, Dylan is in. Scrubbing for speed over that. Look at the height out of that top of that Shanghai tower. That flare bar spin. And he is on double bar spin, transferring quarter extension to quarter extension. What? 540 flare. So high out of the top of that Shanghai tower. Dylan's amplitude is crazy. 720 bar spin. Is linking back-to-back insanity.
Like whenever Dylan is riding, he always get that extra boost as he pulls from the ramps. Backflip, double bar spin. The last 20 seconds for Dylan Hesse here, the European champion. Oh, the double flare.
Wow.
This is how he took the win in Holland.
Wow. And that was a treat that I was talking about. I saw him working on that in practice and pulling it off in his run. That was insane. Woo. Crazy. Some of these back-to-back links that he put down in this run were so heavy. And then also, as we get to check out some of these replays in just a moment, look at how high he's going out of the top of these ramps. Huge flare bar spin, and then landing right at the top of it to keep that speed going as he goes into his next link. And then right here, the 540 flare.
I mean, some riders don't even go that high as they're just jumping it. And he doesn't in those 540 flares. Like a true gymnast, spotting that landing as he spins. Backflip, double bar spin.
And then right here, 1, hanging on, 2, and then spotting his landing and landing that.
And it's one of those tricks you can adjust as you start pulling it. The moment you take off, it's all in the hands of fate, let's say.
And score coming in, 88 even.
Absolutely.
He's got to be stoked
dominating.
on that. All right, and that is going to take us to another rider from Great Britain, Reese Gabriel. He has been making a huge impression out here this weekend. And he's ready to go. Again, you see that wind. He's getting himself in the zone. And here we go. Reese in the mix. Check this out, 720 bar spin to get us started on the Shanghai Tower. Yes, Reese, 360 double tail whip. Going coast to coast on those bank extensions. Getting his speed, getting himself dialed in. 540 flare. Yo, flaring into the vert wall.
Oh!
Oh! Wrangling that bike back in under him. Keeping himself going. Wow, Reese. 360 double bar spin. I don't know how he wrangled that back underneath him.
Because that bike flip, it's a trick. If you crash on that one, oh, flare downside to it.
Yeah.
As I was saying, the bike flip, you're throwing your bike away. It's doing a flipping motion. You need to catch it again with your hands, then with your feet. There's tons of stuff that can go wrong.
He's thankful that he was able to keep it rubber side down because his feet did not go on and he was just hanging on, but able to pull it off and keep things going. Let's watch these replays. 720 bar spin to start things out on that absolutely massive spine. 360 double tail whip. And I was definitely stoked on that flare into the vert wall from that Spalding quarter. And then right here, forward bike flip.
Oh,
catching it. Oh. Just got away from him a little bit. Feet didn't line up how he wanted, but very thankful that he was able to keep himself upright, do a quick little dance, and keep himself going. So
a smile on his face.
Smiling, yeah. Reese knows he's got that second run and just happy to be upright. And here we go. We are taking it over to Costa Rica's Kenneth Tencio. And again, watching him in practice, he has some wild lines that he is looking to unleash right here.
And you know, when he drops in, there's a certain trick you can expect. The flare dropping.
Let's go!
Yes, come on, up on that shark tail. Pick up the speed for the Tower of Shanghai. Flip double tail whip. He's been training a lot at his compound in Costa Rica to get ready. Yo!
What?
450 backflip.
Yes, Kenneth.
720 over that shark fin.
Yes.
270 whip that step down. Keep going, Kenneth.
Come on, Kenneth, keep it going. We're in the second half of that first run. Tail whip from the box, this box into the tower. 360 tail whip. 540 flare.
Yes, Kenneth.
I think we might see a rider on his way to break that 90-point barrier. Bar spin. And so far we've seen everything in this run. We've seen the big tricks, the combinations, the technicality, the use of the course. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenneth Tencio.
He is stoked, and rightly so. That was unreal. Like you said, doing a little bit of everything right there. Again, mixing in the straight tricks, mixing in the spin tricks, flip tricks, course use.
The last 6 years, on behalf of all the BMX riders, thank you, China. Kane, talk us through this.
All right, let's look at these replays. Backflip, double tail whip, and then right here, that was crazy.
A 360 backflip into a hip.
And then this little fun flip off of that bridge. Hip flip off of the bridge. Loving it. Again, using every little piece of the course. Putting together an insane run.
So the score to beat right now is still Dylan Hesse's 88 points. Will Kenneth break the 90-point barrier? 84.60.
He's like, all right, that was a good run. I'm going to come back, run number 2.
And still, it's not an easy feat to break the 80-point barrier, let alone the 90-point barrier. Your national champion from Canada, Maxime Chalifour, from the French-speaking part.
Let's go, Max. Getting himself in the mix. Starting off in the elevated portion, 360 double bar spin. Getting the extension down the shark fin with the no-hander. Out of the top of that vert wall, getting the speed. Let's go. 360 tail whip to extended tuck no-hander. Double tail whip, transfer, bar spin, transfer. Linking these transfers back to back. Coming at the massive spine. Yo! Alley-oopin'. 360 tuck no-hander from that massive spine into the Yazoo box. Yo. Yes, Max is on it. Backflip bar spin. Huge flare. Max is putting all these tricks together back to back to back. Coming at the UCI quarter. Double tail whip. Final seconds. Wow.
Right before the buzzer hit.
Max is stoked. That is the run that he had in mind and able to pull it off start to finish. Let's go, Max.
You gotta set yourself apart from the crowd.
So many combos. The 360 tail whip to tuck no-hander, to switch from foot trick to hands and get the full extension. And that was so awesome. Hopefully we'll get a look at that in these replays. 360 double bar spin, how he was starting his run off. Right here, back-to-back transfers. And then this alley-oop tuck no-hander going from that spine into the box. over the bridge. 360 triple tail whip. Yes, Max. Again, that combo, saw him doing it, and yeah, give us grace. They do these combos so quick, and like, was that 3? And sure enough, it was. Yes, Max. Flare tail whip at the buzzer. Max just stoked on that run. Crowd going wild for him as well. And his score coming in 86.6. He's stoked on that.
He charged during his run. 2 weeks ago, he was joining Team UK as a mechanic at the European Championships. Now at this World Cup, he is a contestant. Sean Gordon, ladies and gentlemen. Bar spin nice and high. 360 downside tail up, kicking that frame down as he comes back in with that bar spin. Ooh!
Yo!
Transferring into the sparks. That's a new one. Haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah.
Oh, truck driver to tabletop. Yo, front flip on top of the tail fin, going up in the shark tail again. Oh.
Yes, Sean.
And this
This
man
is a run right now.
He has power in his runs.
Spinning in his opposite direction.
Like you could see, it looks a bit off, but it brings that extra style to these tricks. No-hander. Tail whip into the wall. The last seconds for Sean Gordon. What is he up to for his final trick? Decade air!
Yes. Wow. Sean, what an exclamation point at the end of his run right there.
We rarely see decades and then doing it in the air. So what you do is you push yourself around with your, still holding onto your handlebars, spinning around the frame.
Wow, Sean. Let's check out these replays. Love it. Oh, the Steez right there, transferring across that proper. I like that line. Bar spin table in that 360. And then right here, that is just about a bike width. So narrow, so tight. He said he was almost going over his bars. Wow. Yeah, Sean. Getting a full pull right there. Score coming in 83 even. And he approves of that.
Lars Kinderman in his first finals in the World Cup. The young buck from Germany.
Yeah, awesome to have him out here, for him to be able to have this platform to be able to shred on.
And the speed he has been progressing with the last year, it's been intense. Here we go.
Very bright future, and he is in massive bar spin to tuck no-hander. Yo, huge super seat right there up to the top of the vert wall. 360 double bar spin right there. Going up onto this shark tail. Bar spinning up, coming down with the speed. The Shanghai tower, yo, 360 bar spin to tail whip. Let's go, Lars. Putting this run together, yes, getting himself all the way extended off the back of the bike with the 360 super seat. Double tail whip right there, into the flare. Looking to link things back to back to back. Flying up into that elevated portion. Big 360 downside. Lars is on it right now, putting on a showing. Huge double down whip down that shark fin. Hand plant, final thought, right after the buzzer. Lars has got to be stoked on that, to put down a full run.
And he's really making up for what happened at the last World Cup. So at the last World Cup in practice, unfortunately, Lars got into a collision with one of the other riders during practice, which meant that he could not compete. So this man came here with a hunger for riding the Fise world.
Look at these combos. Look how far he has extended off the back of the bike. Doing that so good.
And I'm sure the people back home in Germany will be loving this as they're watching this stream at breakfast.
360 downside tail whip. Toboggan, 360. And then a huge double downside again, kicking the frame down towards the ground. Hence it being a downside tail whip as opposed to a topside tail whip where you're kicking it up towards the sky. Score coming in for Lars, 75.2. Again, he's got to be stoked on that to be able to put down a full pull. And some of those tricks you saw, he still had time, and so he's got more combos that he can throw in, putting down a solid first run, and we'll see what he brings in run number 2. But with that, we go back to the top of this list. Dylan threw down an absolutely insane first run.
Will he be able to top that? Already has 88 points on the board. Will he be the rider to break the 90-point score, starting off with that flare bar spin across the channel with that tail whip. Double bar spin into that extension. Picking up that speed again. 540 flare. And he makes it look effortless. 720 bar spin.
Did he get 2 bars in there on that?
Could have been, yeah. Just slipped a foot here as he came into the elevated section. Picking up the speed again. Getting ready to hit the wall.
Yo!
Oh. Triple bar spin in that backflip. 1, 2, double tail whip. Double flare.
Wow!
We just hear that 10-second buzzer. Bar spin back in. 1 more. And flare tabletop. That is gonna be it.
So crazy. What a gnarly trick. That double flare. Going so high on it as well.
And that's the thing people have been pointing out. That spine, it looks really mellow, but if you hit it the right way and you pop it at the perfect moment, you can go as high as Dylan Hesse just did.
Check these replays. Look at how high. And landing right at the top, the precision on that flare bar spin. And then the 540 flare on the other side. Again, right at the top of that ramp, the perfection in what he's doing. And then right here, it didn't even look like he was fully set up and still able. And yeah, 720 double bar spin. Wow.
I mean,
Dylan, that was crazy. 1, 2, 3. The hot hands just slinging the bars.
And we've seen so many great tricks yet. We've seen triple tail whips. We've seen double flares. 91 points for the Hessage, Dylan Hesse.
Yeah, the way he was linking tricks back to back. Wild. With that, we go to Reese, holding it down for Great Britain, and he is in, starting on that shark tail Euro drop. 720 bar spin to get his run underway. Let's go, Reese. 360 double tail whip. Going coast to coast with that tabletop. Those bank wall extensions. Big tuck no-hander into that hurricane quarter. Yes, Reese, 5 flare on the backside of that spine. Yo, flare bar, taking it up a notch in this second run. Come on, Reese, keep it going. Blasting the 360 into a huge flare. Throwing the bars 2 times in that 360. Yo, tail whip to bar spin. And going back into the shark tail, Euro drop. Going a little further than he wanted, but adjusting up onto the top of the plexiglass in his final 10. 450 down the bridge. Into a flare downside tail whip. And that is going to be time. Yeah, Reese. And you see him being stoked. Put that run together and taking it up a notch in a few different areas. I know specifically from the Spalding quarter into the vert wall, throwing a bar spin in the flare this time. Yeah, we'll check out these replays. Huge 540 flare. 360 double bar spin, the top elevated portion. Tail whip to bar spin, again, showing the diversity of being able to do the trick straight as well as spinning, and then flare downside tail whip, kicking that frame towards the ground in that flare. Very difficult trick. And awesome exclamation point at the end of his run. And you see his stoke and relief to get that run under his belt.
Take it though.
He says he'll take it. He was able to pull that off. That was awesome. So the judges being put to work with everything these riders are bringing to the course.
Talking with his coaches, 81.50. He'll take it.
Yeah, Reese. Stoked for him putting down that run. Gonna take it over to Costa Rica's Kenneth Tencio. His first run was crazy. Here we go. Look at the cross, doing it for the lure. Here we go, Kenneth Tencio in the zone, ready to go for run number 2.
Yes, starting with that signature, the flare dropping up onto the shark tail. Picking up the speed for the Shanghai Tower. Backflip, double tail up. Ooh, holding on for dear life, but Kenneth has it. Come on, back up on the elevated section, 360, downside tail whip. Ooh.
He's gonna call it right there.
As you can hear by the man Catfish, Kenneth is gonna call it for this run. Already has that 84.6 score. Look at that, the flare dropping.
Right here, backflip, double tail whip. Looked like he was just a little bit back and may have sat on his tire.
Oh, that's gonna leave a skid mark.
Oh, I knew he had more in the tank from run number 1. Really wanted to see him be able to put that down. But again, ultimately glad that he's safe, walking out of here, and he'll be ready for the next one. And again, already having a solid score on the board from run number 1. But again, knowing that he had more that he wanted to throw down. But still, currently sitting in 3rd place with that 84.6. They'll stay with that first run score.
But still, 3 more riders in this heat than 12 of the other best riders that the world has to offer.
The national champion of Canada. This is
Oh, Canada. It's time for Maxime Chalifour.
And Max is in. Let's go, Max. Whoa! Throwing the truck driver and looked like he had more. Grabbing on, but keeping things rolling way out to the top of that vert wall with all his speed for that huge 360 tail whip to tuck no hander, double tail whip, coast to coast over that transfer, double bar spin, added another bar spin into that transfer right there. Yes, Max, taking this run up another notch. Yo, 360 bar spin to tuck no hander, again adding in another trick on so many of these different combos. Coming down the shark tail, getting that speed. Yo, 360 triple tail whip. Yes, Max. He is on it. Backflip, bar spin to tuck no hander. Again, combo, combo, combo. Yes, Max, coming in, final 10 seconds. Double tail whip on the UCI quarter. Coming across, looking to put an exclamation point.
One more. Flare tail whip.
Let's go.
Full pull
Wow.
for the Canadian Maxime Chalifour, national champion of Canada.
Added so many tricks into that run. Added at least one trick on so many of those different combos, which takes the difficulty up so much. You see the crowd being stoked on it. Let's check out some of these replays. So right here, he was starting. He looked like he wanted that second bar spin. And right there, bar spin to tuck no hander, getting the full extension. Then goes way out of the top of that vert wall to get the speed for this. Huge, getting to just chill, hang out in that 360 tail whip to tuck no hander, and then right there, truck driver to tuck no hander, alley-ooping from that massive spine into the box. And then huge 360 triple tail whip, and then backflip bar spin to tuck no hander. Again, taking the level up so high in the flare whip right before the buzzer, and you see the stoke right there, pulling that run off start to finish. Wow, Max. Mixing in the transfers. Love that alley-oop from the Shanghai tower into the Yazoo box over the bridge. Awesome riding from Max. His score coming in 87.1, bumping his score up. He is stoked on that.
So next up, the rider that impressed us with the decade air for Team GB. It's going to be Sean Gornell.
Technical rider representing the UK. Let's make some noise, Shanghai. This is Sean.
Also not in the Team GB jersey, so I assume he's here on his own, doing it all by himself, making it even more impressive. 360 no-hander. Bar spin nice and high. Then the 360 downside tail whip, ready for that double bar spin.
Yeah, Sean. Oh, I love that transfer.
So whenever we talk about a transfer, it's about jumping from one obstacle to the other. Oh, front flip on top of that shark fin.
Such a scandalous move.
No hander from that box into the Shanghai tower.
Yeah, Sean. Yeah. Ah! Just having to jump off the back right there, and he's going to call the run. He had an insane first run, so he's going to keep that first run score. But I love the lines, like you were saying, the different transfers. And everything that he brings to the course.
So he cased on the downside tail whip and decided, well, that's going to be it. But still, very impressive second run by Sean, especially this transfer.
Yeah, the steez on it. So good. 360 double downside, and then yeah, so scandalous going up there. It's so narrow. Just trusting that your rotation is staying straight where you want it to go. Sean throwing down. Right here, 540 flare. And just a little bit back heavy and looping himself out. Looping out is when you're on that back wheel and it goes out from under you. So he's going to stay with run number one, 83 even. It's got him currently sitting in 4th place.
The next rider, he's so happy to be here. Lars Kinderman in his first World Cup final.
And he is putting on a show. Very stoked to have him out here, and he is in. Let's go, Lars. Blasting that bar spin all the way into that subway wall. Look at how high he's going on that super seat. Out of the top of that vert wall. Look at the speed he's got coming at this. 360 triple bar spin.
Bar spin on top of that shark fin. Getting that speed on the shark tail. Ready for the Shanghai tower. 360
Yes.
bar spin to tail whip. Come on, Lars. Doing it for Germany. 360. Yes, with the Superman Indy.
Massive extension.
Double tail whip. Plenty of time left for Lars Kinderman. Yes, 360 downside tail whip, opening up the legs to catch that frame again. Can, one of the classic tricks in BMX. Double downside tail whips down into the course. Hand plant, and that is gonna be time for Lars Kinderman.
Again, for his first World Cup showing, he's handling business. Very stoked, very bright future for Lars.
He's been getting good support from Team Germany. If I'm not mistaken, they have a squad of 6 riders here this weekend.
Let's check out some of these replays. Again, look at the extension and how high he's going on that super seat. And right here, 1. Bar spin right into that tail whip. 360 bar spin to tail whip. And then here, the extension he's getting on that super seat Indy is so awesome. Getting himself all the way off the back of the bike. And then right here, double downside tail whip, kicking that frame towards the ground. Tuck no-hander transfer right on the edge of that Shanghai tower. Lars putting down 2 very clean runs. Score coming in for him at 76.6. So going up a little bit from his first. So he's got to be hyped on that. Got to be hyped on that. And then our third heat of riders are getting themselves warmed up. But that was an epic heat number 2.
So we just crossed the halfway mark of this final. 2 down, 2 to go. So here's the highlights from heat number 2. Welcome back, everyone, to the standings after heat number 2 here at the Fise World Series in Shanghai for this BMX Freestyle World Cup. We just wrapped up 2 heats of 6 riders, but we still have 2 more heats to go with the 12 best riders from qualifications on Friday here on the West Bund in Shanghai. So we have this beautiful park built by the people from Hurricane. So let's see for the next rider to take the stage here. And that is going to be the man from
Jose Sedano.
the Chile, Jose.
Dale Jose. He is ready to go. He's got himself in a unique starting point. Love to see what he always brings to the course. They do him for the Lord and ready to go. Getting the thumbs up, getting himself in the zone, and check this out, going straight at the plexiglass. Yo!
Oh!
Foot jam to start things out. Wow! Into a double tail whip off of the bridge. Yes, Jose, loving the take he's bringing to the course. Toothpick on top of that shark tail. And look at this, into the Shanghai Tower. Yo, 360 tail whip to turn down. Jose is on it, bringing unique lines and unique tricks. Let's go, Jose. Cranking that tabletop. Perfect form on it. 360 tuck no-hander, locking in that turn down. Let's go. Yes, Jose. Up into that Hurricane Parks quarter. Transferring down with a tabletop.
Oh!
What? No way. Dude.
One of the Jose Sedano signatures, the double backflip. Scott just coming to check in on him. Jose looks okay. Might be a bit bummed that he didn't stick the landing, but wow, what a show by the man from Chile, Jose Sedano.
That is a tricky feature to do a double flip on, as it's not a traditional box. The takeoff and the landing are exactly the same. So Jose coming in for the double backflip. Love the way he starts. This is so crazy. That deck is so small on top, locking in with the foot jam, and then right into this double tail whip. That is such a rad line. And then right here, toothpick, using that front peg. And again, that quarter is just about a bike width
It's
wide.
narrow.
And then right there, that tabletop proper form, rolling his foot over the crank. Right there, cranking that turn down as well. And then here we go. This is a double backflip. He was locked in. Just a little bit low on the landing, and the momentum was still going back, and so he ended up looping out on it.
That was some Spanish swearing words that you just heard.
Gracias a todos por ver, los quiero mucho. Vamos Chile, mierda!
So Jose knows he's got another run. He'll come back and very excited to see him put that double flip down. I know he's got that. He was right there. He knows what adjustments he needs to make. He was watching the replay just to see exactly what it was. But that being said, we are going to Japan's Hiside Ozawa, and he is in.
Part of the... Oh!
Whew. That was a heavy slam. I am so glad to see him bounce back up to his feet.
I wonder what happened with Kaede.
The bar is just getting away from him a little bit. Wow, and he's in. He's going to continue to ride, utilize the last 20 seconds of this run.
At least he looks okay. He's back on his bike. He's back riding. So it didn't affect him too much. Come on. Keep the blood flowing. Keep the muscles pumping. Build that confidence again. And I'm sure we will see Kaede again for his second run here in Shanghai. Oh, bit of a fakey trick.
Having a little bit of fun right there. And we're going to have to see the replay to see exactly what went wrong. They're going to show that to us. But again, very happy to see him bounce back up to his feet and then be able to throw down for the rest of his run. He is a warrior. Oh, he was swinging the bars back. So looked like bar spin, and then was looking to go back the other direction with the third bar.
Reverting
and then,
it.
Oh, the bar's just barely getting away from him. Wow, and it looked like his hand being out was able to save his head and his face.
Yeah.
And then he was able to jump right back up.
And that's a skill you need to have as a bike rider as well. You need to have the ability to crash.
Yeah, and his ability to be able to get the bars back straight, at least so he could be able to slide out of it like that was clutch. That could have gone so many different ways. So again, very thankful.
And maybe this is a reminder to a lot of riders that do not want to have bar ends or bar plugs in their bars because like it's a lot of weight. Please have bar spins, bar ends. The last thing you want is to, well, you know, hurt yourself really badly if things like these happen.
But right now we got Arseny Lubishkin in, and he was insane in spine ramp yesterday, and now he is bringing that insanity to the men's final right now. Coming back down that shark tail. Check this out.
Oh, double.
Backflip, double bar spin. Yes, Arseny. Going all the way to the top of that vert wall to get the speed. Coming across the course. Front flip up that Euro gap. Bar spin on the Hurricane quarter. Extending himself across the course. Coming into, what?
Oh!
Bar spin cash roll. Wow, Arseny putting on right now. Cutting across the course at the UCI quarter. Look how high out of it he was with that flare double bar spin. Yes, Arseny. Flare quarter to quarter. 360 double bar spin. Wow, under 10 seconds with that flare tail whip.
3, 2.
Oh.
And that coming after the buzzer.
Yeah, so that is not going to count toward his total score. Even if he would have landed it, that flare would not have counted since the buzzer went off during his trick. Also put up a great show in yesterday's qualifying. Also during the spine ramp finals at Montpellier, which is always a party.
Let's check out some of these replays. As Arsini was going crazy start to finish right there, 360, tail up to bar spin, backflip 1, 2 times around with his bars. And that's Shanghai Tower, and right here, front flipping up the Euro gap.
Bar spin cash roll, paying respect to the inventor of the cash roll, Daniel Dares, who's also here this weekend to check out all the action. Flare tail whip, really good run by Arsini, and then that was the flare, slid out, but it was not in his 60 seconds, so that is not going to count towards his total score.
So again, putting the judges to work. So they're deliberating over these scores to see what they're going to give Arsini for run number 1. Yeah, and getting to see the wind and how crazy it is on the course, blowing the judges' papers all around as they're trying to take notes to capture everything that's happening. And score coming in for Arsini, 81.1. So he knows he's got some room for improvement, but putting down a heavy first run, and he's got to be stoked just to have a solid one under the belt and be able to turn it up a notch for run number 2. But that being said, we are turning it over to Croatia's Marin Rantesh.
Also one of the Fise regulars and World Cup regular, Marin Rantesh. In the past already ended up on the podium of the World Cups and for the World Cup title as well. Look how high he goes from that wall, hitting the spokes into the tower. Whoa! Oh, barely making it on top of that shark fin, but here it goes. Come on, Marin. No-hander back in. Getting nice and high on that wall. 360 tail up to no-hander. Good run so far from the man from Varazdin, Croatia.
Yo, triple tail whip.
Will we see a quadruple tail whip in this finals? Who knows? Because these riders are really comfortable with the triples. Bar spin to no-hander. Last seconds here for Marin Rantesh. One more.
Trying to get himself into position.
Oh!
Flare whip coming just after the buzzer.
Just outside the time limit.
But Marin getting it done.
Last year had a pretty heavy crash in Shanghai.
Check out some of these replays. Such a rad transfer, alley-ooping from that Spox into that Shanghai Tower. Very cool line. I don't know if we've seen anyone else alley-oop up that, so that's a really cool line. Triple tail whip. Right here, 720 bar spin. Landing clean at the top of that box. Bar spin, tuck no-hander coming down that shark fin from the elevated portion into the lower portion. And then the flare whip coming right after the buzzer as he is trying to navigate himself over to that part of the course.
He's got the helmet on with all his family members. RUCI judges busy at work. Jumping to the 9th place of the podium right now. 77 points for Marin Rantesh. Ooh. Our next rider, you might have seen him in the city video that we did earlier this week. He also did a masterclass here with the Chinese kids in the Fise hood. It is your Brazilian Olympian, Gustavo Batista de Oliveira. Let's go.
Yes, Gustavo, again, he is going to be a rider that is going to be blasting so high and also bring in awesome style. Yo, I was wondering if someone was going to utilize those
no-hander.
Yes, Gustavo. And right here, look at, he's got his handlebars backwards. It is so difficult to ride with your handlebars backwards. It changes the geometry of the bike so much. And right here, putting on a show, 360 double bar spin with those bars backwards. Whoa, backflipping up the Euro gap backwards, and now switching those bars back to regular.
Oh,
Wow,
tail
the
whip transfer.
steez on that tail whip, kicking the feet out to the side. Yes, Gustavo absolutely on it right now.
He's bringing that Brazilian heat all the way to Shanghai. Flair. We heard the 10-second buzzer. Still got some more to go.
Proper knack.
Double bar spin. And I think that was just out of time.
And yeah, the riders have to get their tires parallel with the field of play before the buzzer goes off for that trick to count.
Bala loca.
He's the only rider in the finals that is doing anything related to a half bar spin.
What a crazy run. It's so difficult to communicate how hard it is to ride with your handlebars backwards and how much it changes the bike. But let's check out some of these replays. Love that one-footed X to one-footed table. So much style. And right here, the bar spin to tuck no hander across those two hips, utilizing the feature, the course features. But right here, his handlebars are backwards and still able to do a 360 double bar spin.
And what it does with your geometry, it makes your bike, it feels shorter, it is shorter on the wheelbase, and that makes your bike more unstable at higher speeds. And I mean, these guys are blasting through the course. So Gustavo is really in control of his bike, even though he switches it up halfway his run.
And I love the way he mixes in style tricks with big technical tricks, as well as unique tricks with the handlebars backwards. Score coming in 74.3, putting him in 11. But from Gustavo, we are going to go over to Mexico's Kevin Peraza. Love the stoke and enjoyment he brings to the course, doing it for the Lord. Kevin is ready to go. Starting on that UCI quarter, flying up the Euro gap with a big front flip. Yes, Kevin. And again, the style one-footed tabletop that he brings to the course. Yo, alley-oopin' double bar spin.
Oh, look how he tweaks that hand plant.
The steez,
450.
Wow, and dipping himself in on that 450 into the plexiglass. One-handed tabletop.
Pocket from the UCI into the wall. Oh, holding on. Come on, Kevin. Halfway that first run. One of the most creative riders to live in this era. Oh, going for that shark fin. We're in the elevated section now. Come on, Kevin. Keep it going. 450 bar.
His final thoughts, keep it going, Kevin. All the way to the end. Flare tail whip. Dabbing the foot, but keeping himself rolling.
Yeah. Vamos, Kevin, vamos.
There are a few things in that run you can see that didn't go exactly how he wanted, but again, the diversity of tricks that he was throwing down, so awesome. Let's check out these replays. Right here, starting his run off with that front flip up the Euro gap, and then coming back down, and then right here, the alley-oop double bar spin going from that Shanghai tower into the box. And the style that he puts on that hand plant, and then right here, the way he dipped himself down into that plexiglass. One-handed table off of the bridge. And then massive pocket from that UCI quarter into the vert wall, out of the top of the vert wall. Table in right here, 360 down whip. Foot sliding off of the pedal, but again, able to keep himself in it. Loving the 450 bar spin down that shark fin. Right here, flare tail whip right before the buzzer. Foot slipping off the pedal. I couldn't tell if it fully made contact with the course or if he was able to keep it off the course. Either way, score coming in 63.2. He knows there's a lot that he can bump up another level as he has another run still to go.
So back to the start of heat number 3. It's gonna be Jose Sedano. He was going for that double backflip over the box during his run. Unfortunately looped out, but he's back, and I really hope he's gonna land that double backflip now.
Let's go, I wanna see it. Again, I'm loving his approach to this course. It's so unique and so awesome.
Okay.
You see that trees blowing, and he's ready to go.
Time to go all in, starting off with that foot jam on top of the plexiglass quarter pipe. Double tail up into the Shanghai Tower. Oh, just mates it on top of that shark fin. And what happened? What went wrong? Does he have a leak developing in his tire? I don't know what it is. Is he not feeling it? Oh, he's dropping back in again. Come on, Jose. Getting nice and high on that wall. And then, oh, tabletop. He knows this is not going to be his best run, but he's here to have some fun in Shanghai. Put up a show for the crowd. Oh, 270 back in. Oh, bar spin back in.
Having some fun to wrap up his run right there. And something must have happened on that double tail whip that didn't line him up where he needs all the speed he can get, because that gap to get up to that shark tail is difficult. And so you see if the riders, again, speed is huge to adjust to that elevation change. But I love this start. Foot jam, it's so narrow up there, and such a big drop. And then here we go, off the bridge, double tail whip. Locked it in. Just barely bobbled right on the edge, and then for his speed to go up to toothpick on top of that shark fin, the speed wasn't there for him. And just throwing off the whole run that he had planned in his head that he was going to try to throw down.
And that's the thing in this type of contests. It's about like engineering your run. Because you know, if you want to hit this obstacle, I'm going to need this much speed. I'll have to attack it at this angle. And if something is off, it will hurt the overall performance of your run, of your choreography.
Love to see a smile still on his face.
Yeah. No harm. Now next up is Kaede Ozawa. Unfortunately, they crashed in the first run with that double bar to revert. Yes, come on, Kaede. Keeps it going. Got inspired by seeing his sister ride in the women's finals. Bar spin. Oh! He's back up again.
Wow, he is so strong to get back up after 2 heavy slams today.
Such a resilient rider. He's back up again. I think he's bummed out. Scott is checking if he didn't hit his head. Because the last thing you want is concussion, and then, you know, since you're concussed, deciding to go on with your run. That's why we have Scott to check on that.
Right there, that back tire just hanging up on the top. And again, that is what makes that transfer so difficult, is that second quarter is stepped back. And so you have to be precise with how much you push through and how much you pull back to find yourself in the right spot. Right there, throwing the bars 2 times, then leaving that back tire just over the top. And then sending himself down to the flat.
Poor
taking
Kaede.
a heavy, heavy hit.
Crash in both of his runs, but hopefully we will see him again at the next World Cup next month in Japan, in the city of Shanghai, an indoor park, by the way, so we will not be afflicted by the weather. Next up, a true powerhouse, Arseny Lyubishky.
Let's go, Arseny. Got his first run under his belt. No, he's only going to take it up from there. Starting off with 360 tail whip, double bar spin, going up onto that shark tail, stepping down into the Shanghai Tower. Look at the height as he throws that backflip, double bar spin. Yes, Arseny. Keep it going. Front flip up
Yes.
that Euro gap. Bar spin on the Hurricane. Quarter.
All that speed, all that power, and now putting it into that.
Wow! Looking to take it up a notch. He did the and a backspin, putting on a show even after going down on that cash roll tail whip. So he did a cash roll bar spin in run number 1 and looking to take it up another notch in run number 2. Getting thrown off the bike, but again, right to his feet, and then putting on a show for the crowd with the backflip. And he knows he's got a spine ramp coming up tonight
as well. But now the question will be, riders that are riding this final and also the spine ramp finals, how will this, let's say, World Cup already affect their physique? Because it's 2 minutes that you're riding at full speed. I mean, it's gonna drain your body. So how will that affect your performance in a spine ramp? But what did happen was at the last World Cup in Montpellier, Justin Dowell got second in the World Cup and then went on to win the spine ramp final. Look at that.
So we will see. But again, awesome replays of his run. That backflip double bar spin, he landed right at the top of that. And then the cash roll tail whip, he was on the bike, but just his body position and where he was, the G-forces ripping him off the back of that bike. But glad to see that he's good and having some fun with the crowd with that backflip. With that said, we are now going to go over to Croatia's Marin Rantesh. And I know he wants to turn it up in run number 2 right here.
Okay, here we go. The man from Varazdin, Croatia. Starting off with that bar spin transfer, going high up on that wall. Ready for, oh, yes, oh, alley-oop truck driver from the spokes to the tower. All that power, all that passion.
Blowing the tire out on it. I wanted to see how he was going to take that run up another notch. I really like that alley-oop transfer from that Spox volcano to that Shanghai tower, but looks like he's going to give out some souvenirs to the crowd. Yeah. Love it. Couple souvenirs right there.
He's such a great guy. Actually, at the European Championships, we had this long and low box where the riders had to wait for their points to come in, which was like right next to the crowd. What he would do is he would just turn around towards the crowd, take photos with them, give them signatures, autographs, have a chat. Like, he wasn't even paying attention to the points. He was just there to, you know, please the crowd, have a good time.
So awesome. Again, yeah, such a good dude.
Yeah.
And I love it. Still a smile on his face. Things did not go exactly how he wanted, but keeping a good attitude amidst it all, and having some fun with the crowd, giving out some souvenirs.
He's a China familiar as well. He's been training one of the regional teams lately, following the likes of Daniel Dares as well. He's also been training the national team. But next up, we are going to Brazil, to Gustavo Batista de Oliveira.
Let's go, Gustavo.
There we go. All the focus on Gustavo now. Bars into no-hander on that fun little transfer. Tail whip from the spokes into the tower. Half bar spin up on that shark tail. Oh, double truck driver with the bars backwards. Okay, back to the regular stance with those bars. Backflip bar spin on top. Oh, you can hear the cassette buzzing. That back wheel, it's roaring like a true animal. Flare bar spin.
Wow, Gustavo turning it up. Coming in his final 10 seconds. Flare on that bank extension. Knack, proper form. Can tire grab. Yes, Gustavo, tail whip. It's gonna be right right after the buzzer. Got to have those tires parallel with the course, so I'm not sure that tail whip is going to count. But again, Gustavo turning it up right there. Such a quick backflip bar spin up that Euro. It's not very steep. That bank is pretty mellow, so be able to crank the backflip off of it. And then throw in the bars nonetheless. Let's check out some of these replays. The combos. Right there, going from the Spocks to the Shanghai Tower. And right here, his bars backwards, throwing the bar spin. And right here, backflip bar spin up that Euro gap. And coming down 1, 2, 3 times, throwing them so quick. Right here, again, love the way that he mixes in style as well as the crazy trick combinations. Great look at the knack-knack right there. Can-can, tire grab, roasting out of the top of that UCI quarter. And then the tail whip right at the end. I think that was right after the buzzer going off.
Yeah.
But Gustavo putting on a show out here. Number 2, let's see as he made a couple adjustments from run number 1. Doing it for Brazil. Let's see what the judges have for him. Getting a look at the judges' tower right there, as well as everyone who's gathered here to watch the insanity unfold. This Fise World Series of Shanghai.
Props to Gustavo, because earlier this week, as we went on a city tour, he was having a pretty rough time with the jet lag. It's an 11-hour difference, and then the points come in 87.20, putting him in 8th place. Next up, the most creative rider in this heat from Mexico is going to be Kevin Peraza.
So epic, the inspiration he brings on and off his bike. And here we go, Kevin is in. Flying across the course to start off with that front flip up the Euro gap. Yes, Kevin. Right here, locking in that 1-foot table. So steezy. Yes, Kevin. Alley-oop it, yo! Hand on the coping, and then look at the style on that 450. Is so good. Can off the bridge into it. Yo, T-bog the pocket into that vert wall. Yes! 360 downside tail whip to tabletop. Super seat, Indy right there. Yes, Kevin. He is on it, putting tricks back to back to back. 450.
It looked like an in-table or an turnout. We're going to have to see that in the slow-mos. Flare tail whip. Come on, Kevin. 10-second buzzer here. If he keeps it going, it's going to be a full pull run. G-turn. Oh!
We'll count it. Foot plant in on that G-turn into a downside tail whip.
So yeah, a lot of unique trick combinations. There was that one trick that we were not sure as he made his way back from the elevated section down into the park. It looked like the in-table, I think it was.
Yeah. Again, he's showing him some love to the crowd right there, having some fun, staring at the judging tower, at the camera. And we'll see what the judges do with that G-turn. Having to put the foot down, but almost keeping it going as if it was a fast plant. Right there, that one-footed table, so good. And the style on that 450 into that plexiglass. And right here, the pocket toboggan, going from that UCI quarter over the top of the vert wall.
And whenever Kevin does a trick like, there's always something that sets it apart from, let's say, a regular version of that trick. It can be the overextension on a knack-knack. It can be the dipping of that 450.
The G-turn right there, saving himself with the foot plant. Again, he's trying to keep himself on the bike in that G-turn. Right there, showing you what he was looking for.
We had the same thing 2 years ago in Brussels. Had a couple of crashes in his runs, and then right after, tried going for a flip 180 tail whip just to please the crowd. It didn't even count anymore for the points, but Kevin just wanted to do it for the people watching.
And always massive smile on his face, and like I said, inspires so many on and off the bike. So we'll see where the judges put him after run number 2.
81.80, putting him in 5th, the highest ranked rider of this heat. But still in the lead, Dylan Hesse, followed by Maxime Chalifour, Kenneth Tensio, and Sean Gornall. So that wraps up our penultimate heat. And that means, Dustin, we still have one more to go. The best qualified riders from the qualifications that we had on Friday. But let's take another look at all the madness that went down in this third heat. Welcome back, everyone, to this UCI BMX Freestyle World Cup Men Elite Final. We just wrapped up 3 heats so far, 1 more to go. Unfortunately, we didn't have no semifinals yesterday, so that's why this is an extended final with 24 of the best riders in the world.
Right now, getting a look at the standings after heat number 3, and we got our final heat just finishing their warm-up. We're about to get into.
Also, a question that we've been getting is, we have not seen any Australians this weekend, unfortunately. Good question, but we do have Brandon Lupas checking in. He's hyped for this World Cup as well, and we hope to see him again at an upcoming contest. Next up,
doing it for France, we got Anthony Jean-Jean, and here we go, starting off heat number 4, flying across the course to transfer the quarter extension, double downside tail whip. Anthony starting it off solid, let's go, what? Double flare, keeping his speed straight into a 720. Anthony is absolutely on it right now.
So much is going on in his run so far by the Frenchie, Anthony Jean-Jean. Backflip, double tail whip over that Shanghai tower. Getting nice and high, setting up for his next maneuver. Front flip on the elevated section, flare, ready to drop in again. 540 flare,
Wow,
the Shanghai tower. Up into the elevated section again. He's using the entirety of this course, 10-second buzzer. What will be the last tricks of Anthony Jean-Jean? 3, 2, 1. Oh, I think that one was just out of time.
Just
that
after
flared downside tail whip.
Wow, what powerful riding though. That was crazy. Showing even being able to get from that 540 flare and then to be able to jump back up into the elevated portion. Because again, with the elevation change, speed is so key, and he showing his power to be able to get from that 540 flare and then get himself back up into that elevated portion. And then the way he was linking tricks back to back, heavy tricks, that specifically the double flare straight into the 720 was crazy.
So still in the hot seat, it's Dylan Hesse from Team GB, the European champion. Score is 91 points, but will this double downside tail whip, the double flare, will those tricks be enough for Anthony Jean-Jean to jump to the top of the podium, to have his revanche from the European Championships 2 weeks ago?
Backflip, double tail whip, catching it and just keeping his speed going after everything he was doing. Front flip up that Euro. Flare, and again, you just see the big trick after big trick on these different features. And right there, that 540 flare, and then got himself back up into the elevated portion. 270 bar spin. Case in just a bit, but again, keeping it rolling as he went into that flare downside, which did happen right after the buzzer. But that was a solid run from start to finish, as he was not holding back. Right here, getting a side-by-side. Dylan currently in that top spot. Looks like he's going to hang on to it as Anthony gets an 89.5. So we're going to see what Anthony's going to do for run number 2.
But he is the type of rider that really is, you know, like the challenge for riders like Dylan.
But we are going to go to USA's Justin Dowell, and he has been on it, very precise in how he's been riding this. And backflip, triple bar spin to start. Flare from that Spalding quarter into that. That was a Twix where he throws the bars and the tail whip at the same time in a 360. That was crazy. Justin is on it. The combos are going crazy. And here we go. Alley-oopin, double tail whip in that 360 alley-oopin from the Spocks into that Shanghai tower. And Justin, I can't even keep up with the combos that he is throwing down right now. Yes, Justin.
450 tail whip.
Yes, Justin.
540 bar spin to turn down.
Let's go. Yes, Justin, into his final 10 seconds. Flare, tuck, no hander. 5, 4, 3, 2. How's he going to wrap it up? Flare, look back. Wow. Again, I think that was right after the buzzer, but that was an insane run. I couldn't even keep up with the combos. We're going to have to go back to the replays to count and see everything that he was doing in that run. And wow.
What makes it even more unique is that Justin is a goofy-footed rider. So that means he's always, well, mostly spinning towards his front foot, making it even harder. But it opens up a lot of, let's say, new way to look at things. For example, 360 turndowns. I think, in my opinion, goofy-footed riders have a bit of an advantage when they do them.
Let's check out these replays. 1, 2, 3 bar spins in that backflip.
Pulls it in again.
Spotting his landing, making the needed adjustments. Flare from that Spalding quarter into the wall. And right there, the Twix. So a Twix is when you throw your handlebars and kick the tail whip at the same time. And he did it in a 360. That was a wild move to throw down. And then full extension on that 360 tuck. And then, wow, 3 times with the bars right there. Insane. And then right here, this alley-oop, double tail whip from the Spocks into that Shanghai tower. 450 tail whip right there. Throwing the hands off the bars in the flare. And then look at the extension, over clicking it. So 90 degrees is proper, but you technically want to over click it. And right there, going beyond 90 degrees, locking in that flare look back.
Wow. 92.80. Our new leader of the pack, the man that is going to claim the hot seat. will be Justin Dowell. And he still has another run to go.
I need a chug jug.
Crazy with the amount of tricks he's doing in every air. That was wild and being rewarded for it. Now we are going to go to Japan's Rimu Nakamura.
Last year took the win here in Shanghai. And he'll defend that title with all the power that he has. Starting off with the backflip, double bar spin to revert. Getting nice and high on the wall again, toboggan. Bar spin to no-hander. This man is known for the big gaps in combination with the technical tricks. That was a double tail whip transfer, backflip, double bar spin. Flare bar spin to turn down. Ladies and gentlemen,
wow.
I cannot believe what we are seeing here.
Rim is on it. Alley-oop downside right there, transferring from the spine into that Spox. Wow, 540 tire grab can. Rim throwing down insane combos, downside tail whip, quarter extension, and then right there, flare no-hander. Final 10 seconds for Rim. How is he gonna wrap up this already insane run? 360 downside tail whip, 270ing down the shark fin, one-footed table, and that is gonna be time. What a run. These riders are going insane. Wow, Rim. Such a dialed run right there. That flare bar spin to turn down, again, fully clicked. What a rad combo.
Like, whenever you get to the point that you think there's no way he can add another trick, he will.
Wow.
Then
backflip, bar back to bar back, throwing the bars in all the different directions. Again, you gotta give us grace on these combos as these riders are so quick with everything that they are doing. Wow, and that was the trick I was talking about. Fully clicked.
And that's another thing. As you want to add in one of those turn downs, most riders will do like a really quick one that's not really click, let's say, or like well performed. But what Rim does is like he actually clicks into the turn down, making it like, well, what we want to see, a properly clicked turn down.
Yeah, proper form and style and everything that he does. Also that 540 tire grab can, and then the style that he puts in on the end of it to get himself back into the ramp. So good. Love the style that he brings to the course. And the score coming in, 91.4, bumping him into second place. Leaderboard getting mixed up in this final heat of riders. That was crazy from Rim. And now we're gonna go to Argentina's Jose Torres Gil.
And S. Catfish S, the second gold medalist in BMX Freestyle ever since Tokyo 2021. Jose Torres Gil took the world by surprise with his winning run.
Huge start to his run. That drop is crazy. Right into a backflip, double tail whip. All right, flare bar spin on that UCI quarter. Cutting back across the course. Triple tail whip. Flare downside tail whip. He is linking these tricks back to back. Let's go, Jose. Huge downside tail whip. Cutting back across the course. Looking to transfer double tail whip. Stepping back off of that hurricane quarter. Huge tuck no-hander transfer. Yes, Jose. Got 20 seconds left. 720 on that elevated portion. Right into a downside tail whip. Keeping the dream alive. Let's go into his final 10 seconds. Yes, Jose. See, 360 downside tail whip. Transferring off that Spalding quarter into the vert wall. Final thoughts, flare, tail whip, and that is going to be time for Argentina's Jose, AKA Maligno, and that was a heavy run. Love the stoke that the crowd is bringing, and let's check out these replays. Starting his run off with that crazy drop right into a backflip, double tail whip. Flare bar spin. 1, 2, 3 times. That tail whip right into the flare downside tail whip. Huge double whip transfer again, stepping back into that quarter. 720 on that elevated volcano.
And he came in a bit like back wheel heavy, but he held on, shifted his weight forward again.
And still able to kick that downside tail whip after it. And again, that's what sets these guys apart, is the ability to make those quick adjustments and still be able to do the tricks that they have planned. His score coming in 88.05. So again, a few things that he can clean up. Like you said, came in a little bit back heavy and had to make those adjustments, which was awesome to keep it alive, but he knows that he could clean that up and do everything a little bit bigger. But from Jose, we're gonna go to USA's Nick Bruce.
Yes, ready to drop in. 60 seconds of Nick Bruce. Flare downside tail whip. Yes, Nick. Doing it for Huffy Bikes. They're making a comeback. And let's see. Backflip, tail whip to downside tail whip. The windshield wiper, as you said, yes. Come on, 360 backflip. And you know, if he's starting off with the 360 backflips, there's only one trick that can follow.
Yeah.
Barrel roll.
That barrel roll down is so cool.
An absolute beast on the bike, Nick Bruce. 360 tabletop, yes, putting that front wheel against his shoulder. Bar spin across that gap. Oh!
Whoa! Flare windshield wiper, getting it back under him, not getting the feet on the pedals, but still staying in control.
I mean, there's so much that goes on in that trick. So you're doing a flip air, you kick your back end one way, you catch it, and then you throw it the other way.
So crazy. Let's check out these replays. Huge flare downside tail whip. So again, kicking the frame down right here, backflip, tail whip one way, and then kicking it back the other way, which we in BMX call a windshield wiper. Then right there, big 360 backflip over the Yazoo box. Love this barrel roll down that shark fin. It's a cool looking trick. Right here, 360 tabletop, clicking it so much, popping that foot off, still able to make the adjustments. And then right here, flare, kicking the whip one direction and kicking it back the other and looking to fall right down on top of it. Again, not getting his feet on, but able to stay in control and keep himself rubber side down. Rocking those Reed Casey signature gloves. Shout out to the whole Casey family.
68.30 for the second highest qualified rider, and that means we go to the highest qualified rider from qualifications on Friday, and that is gonna be the man from Ohio, Marcus Christopher.
All right, here we go. Marcus is in.
Oh!
Yo, front flipping down. Yo, and doing that transfer. Wow, Marcus is starting his run off.
Oh!
Backflip, bar spin to tail whip. Just barely tagging his back wheel on the top of the Shanghai tower. Almost was able to keep control of the bike, but just barely sliding out. What a heavy start. That front flip down, that Euro drop off of that little kicker.
But if he would have kept that level of riding going, that could put him on top of the podium.
Look at that kicker. It's maybe 6 inches. And landing right at the top and the speed to be able to do this transfer.
I mean, that is like taking like a small kid's trampoline and expecting that you can jump like 2 stories high. That's the equivalent of that kicker that we have for the trick that he wants to do. defending the title of the win in Montpellier.
That was a huge save as he attacked both his front and his back. And so the ability to be able to push that front wheel through and be able to keep himself alive just to have a little slide out versus anything else. But hopefully he can come back in run number 2. But that said, Anthony wants to make the adjustments in his run number 2 as he already had an insane run number 1. Let's see what he brings to the table here in run number 2.
Come on, allez le bleu on the Frenchies. Double downside tilt over that gap. Hitting the Shanghai Tower. Oh, gapping into the box right next to it. Double flare.
Landing so good on that.
720 bar spin.
Bar spin in this time. Yes, Anthony.
Up onto the elevated section now. Hitting the shark tail. Picking up the speed to hit the Shanghai Tower. What do we got here? Backflip. Double tail up, triple tail up. It all went so fast. Front flip on top of the elevated section. Flare. Dropping back in again. Into the subway bank. 540 flare. 15 seconds left for Anthony Jean-Jean, the man from Montpellier. He won Fise Montpellier last year. Can he claim another win in the UCI World Cup?
3, 2, 1.
Ah, just out of time. And as you said, Dustin, the rubber has to touch the wood before the time runs out.
Yeah, to try and get those wheels parallel with the field of play. That was a crazy run. There were different aspects where he was certainly adding to what his first run had. It's crazy how good he lands those double flares. Let's check out some of these replays. Starting off massive, that double downside. Right here, double flare. Landing so good, so much speed out of it, and enough to be able to throw the bars into that 720. First run, he just did the 720, and right there, 3 times around with that backflip, triple tail whip. Again, so crazy. First run, he only had 2 in there, so you see him trick after trick, bumping it up. Right there, that 540 flare. And then right here, looking to make the adjustment so that he could get this flare downside tail whip done before time, but it came right after it. Regardless, that was a crazy run and so awesome to see him bumping up the level of difficulty and insanity of those tricks.
So we're in the last heat, the second runs. Every run, the leaderboard can change. For now, still in the hot seat on the upper right hand of the screen, Justin Dowell, the winner of the last Fise Montpellier in May. 91.30, so Justin still in the lead.
But getting a bump up from his first run, so the judges rewarding him as he put the difficulty levels up even higher. But that being said, we're going to go to our current leader, Justin Dowell, holding it down for the USA.
And what will he do? Will he up his score to secure the win here in Shanghai? Is he going to be a back-to-back World Cup winner? Let's find out. Here he drops in, picking up the speed. The backspin,
backflip,
so
triple bar spin. Like I said, you got to give us grace
oh,
with the combos.
360 Twix.
Let's go.
At this level of riding, the tricks come so fast at you. It makes you lose your speech. Yo, 450 triple bar spin. It's all these double, triple combos. 360 alley-oop, double tail whip, flare bar spin.
Flare bar, wow.
Truck driver to downside tail whip. 540 flare. Justin Dowell already has the highest score here, 450 bar spin. But it looks like huge. He wants to up that score, secure the win, and claim a back-to-back win in the World Cup. Oh, yes. Finishing with that bar spin and the lazy one-hander.
Wow, Justin. That was a crazy run. Combo master out here.
And as you can see on his sleeves, he has the UCI rainbow, which indicates he already has a world championship title.
Right here, let's check out these replays again. That was a Twix 360 where you throw the bars and the tail whip at the same time, and then the huge alley-oop, double tail whip, 360 bar spin to downside tail whip straight into a 540 flare. Again, the way he was linking big tricks back to back to back was huge, and that is definitely something that the judges are taking note of, and what has him in that top spot already as he looks to bump it up. Bar spin one-hander at the very end down that shark fin.
Two magnificent runs by the 2018 world champion Justin Dowell. So he's going to keep that score from his first run, but only 4 riders left to bump him off the first place. Next rider, Rim Nakamura, had a 91.4, so only 1.4 points behind Justin Dowell.
And now Rim is in. Watch these bars closely right here. Backflip, bar spin back to bar spin. Was that 4 total in that last one?
It could have
been. We're gonna have to check so quick with his bars. Right there. Double tail whip across those bank extensions.
Oh.
Backflip, one-handed X. Wow.
Adding in the no-hander.
Wow, let's go. 720 bar spin, alley-oop, downside tail whip, transferring over into this UCI quarter.
Oh.
540 can. Come on, Rim. Keeping it going out of the top of that vert wall. Coming back at the Shanghai Tower. 360 double downside tail whip. Going into the elevated portion. Getting the extension on that tuck no-hander. 360 X up. Shark finning down with a tuck no-hander. One-footed table. And that is time for Rimu Nakamura. We got to see that first hit. In run number 1, let's watch it. Bar back, then threw them again.
Bar, revert bar, regular bar, another regular bar, if I'm not mistaken. So 4 bar spins in 1 trick.
Absolutely crazy. Rim, insane with the combos as well.
And this is a fun combination, taking that can, one of the classic staple tricks in BMX freestyle, and then mixing in that 540.
Wow, Rim.
Still in the hot seat, Justin Dowell, 92.80.
That was definitely some awesome riding.
But will Rim's riding be enough to have his second victory in Shanghai?
The score coming in 91.5, so bumping him up ever so slightly from his first run score. Got a smile on his face. Wow, those combos were crazy. And that's currently got him sitting in second place as we got 3 more riders to go. And our first one is gonna be Jose Torres Gil coming from Argentina. Massive drop in.
Backflip double tail up, starting off strong. No-hander into the elevated section here in Shanghai. Flare bar spin. Ooh.
No!
Oh, Jose, what happened?
Uncharacteristic fall from Jose.
Yeah, he washed out on the landing. Oh. Putting on some techers here. But still, he's getting the love from the people here watching in Shanghai and the riders behind him. Almost feels like a family reunion when you watch it. All the riders in the stands, watching their friends ride.
And then right here, it looked like he had it. Everything was coming in and just barely hit that coping. getting him out of sorts and sliding out. Again, such an uncharacteristic fall. He's going to stick with that first run score, which has him sitting in 5th place. With that, we are going to go to USA's Nick Bruce. And we saw some crazy combos in his first run. We wanted to put those together here in run number 2, and Nick is in. Up in the elevated portion, 360 tuck no-hander into a huge flared downside tail whip up onto the shark tail, coming at the Shanghai tower. This massive street spine, back
yes.
flip, tail whip to tail whip back, aka flip windshield wiper into a 360 backflip over the Yazoo box, and then into the elevated portion, 360 downside tail whip. Yo, flare barrel!
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Bruce has left the course. Straight into the Huangpu River.
Ooh.
And he's
Getting
back.
The thumbs up. I knew the camera base was right there.
Yeah, the camera crane.
Whoa.
Like sometimes these riders go all in. And they're unstoppable.
Right here, backflip, tail whip to tail whip back. So difficult, so much going on with your bike, and to keep it straight and to keep the rotation going around, so difficult. And Nick making it look so good. And then right here, where things went wrong, the trick went great, but then a little bit of a case, and then wow! Oh, crazy crash right there.
Yeah.
Into that scaffolding.
Especially for those cameramen, you don't want to take a hit from Nick Bruce.
Wow.
Having a chat with Scott.
Talking over where, again, that scaffolding, how it's set up, taking that right to the back.
Yeah.
To letting Scott know exactly where he's not feeling good. Oh, the barrel roll whip was awesome. Again, way he caught it in his angle and just barely catching the coping and sending him off the side of the course, but ultimately staying in control of it. Still not a crash you want to see, but glad that he's all right, grand scheme. But right now, we're going to go to USA's Marcus Christopher.
The last rider left in this final, the best qualified from qualification, starting off with that front flip drop in. Ready to hit the wall, getting all that speed. The tower, backflip, bar spin to tail
There
whip.
we go.
Bar spin X up into the upper section of this Hurricane Parks course. No-hander back into the lower section. Flare transfer.
The bars.
No-hander into the wall. Oh, 360 flip.
Catching transition so good.
Halfway that second run, Marcus keeps it going. Tabletop. Back into that subway bank. Double tail whip. Flare.
Whoa! Flare tuck to downside tail whip. Wow. 270 X up off of the bridge. Final thoughts, 540 flare.
3, 2, 1.
Wow.
Absolute insanity. And I really want to see that flare no-hander to tail up again, because you're taking your arms off. Then you need to have your hands in the right place again to initiate that downside tail whip. So if something is off in the first part of the trick, it's gonna get really hard to nail it. But it
was wild.
But it seems like it.
Oh, we're both in frame.
That Justin Dowell will take the claim here if Marcus Christopher is not going to beat Justin Dowell's score.
All right, let's watch these replays. Right here, getting this how he wanted. Backflip, bar spin to tail whip. That's where he had the issues in run number 1, and getting it clean in run number 2. Making the necessary adjustments right here. Huge double downside tail whip. Tucking himself back into the lower portion. And then right here, Double, and then here we go. Flair, tuck no hander to downside tail whip, getting himself back onto the pedals. That was crazy. And then 540 Flair right at the end of his run.
Will it be enough to knock out your current leader?
Going off a little bit to the side, but able to make the adjustments. And right now, you got both riders. Marcus looking to take over the lead, but Justin currently holding that with a 92.8. Both of these guys making the judges work today as the crowd eagerly anticipates the score that's to come in. As Marcus made the adjustments he needed to be able to pull off that second run.
Oh, everyone's waiting. They want
The
to see
anticipation,
They
the
want to
suspense.
see the numbers on the board.
Was that enough to knock Justin
Will
down?
Marcus Christopher
Marcus Christopher
claim the win,
92
or will it be Justin Dowell?
Both of them smiling and laughing, and the score coming in 91.2.
Justin Dowell, the winner of the Fise World Cup here in Shanghai. It's starting to get to him. He's starting to realize he is the king of Shanghai.
Wow. What an incredible finals we just watched. And Justin is stoked. And rightly so. That was insane. And here we go, the final results. Justin in that top spot, followed by Rim. And rounding off the podium, Anthony Jean-Jean, third place.
I mean, look at the difference between Rim, Anthony, Marcus, and Dylan. It's less than half a point.
And that just lets you know we saw some amazing riding.
The best riders that the world has to offer. So before we get to the podium ceremony, we will show you the overall ranking in the UCI BMX Freestyle World Cup. So Justin, after Montpellier, taking the win here in Shanghai. Oh, we haven't...
So him and Marcus are actually tied for the overall after him getting first place here at stop 2.
So it's all going to come down to that last stop in Japan in Sakai next month. Okay, now let's take a look at all the action of the last heat.
So Jean-Jean, Rim, and Justin, come on down.
Anthony Jean-Jean 第2名的中村伦莫林。
So welcome back to Fise Shanghai. We actually just wrapped up the finals here in the UCI BMX Freestyle World Cup. So if you just tuned in, I have some bad news. There will be no more riding for this World Cup. We do still have Flatland and Spine Ramp coming up. And there's also another World Cup next month in November. We are going to Sakai, Japan. So yeah, that's how we will be wrapping up this season. So next month, Shanghai, where we will have the Park World Cup and the Flatland World Cup as well. After this broadcast, we also have the finals for Flatland, and this evening, maybe the highlight of this weekend, the BMX Spine Ramp. But first, it's time to decorate the best riders here in Shanghai.
What a final that was. The lead changed hands so many times, but we've got 3 on the podium. Let's meet who they are. In third place, representing Team France, Anthony Jean-Jean!
那么现在上场的是 UCI 自由式小轮车公园赛世界杯男子组的季军 Anthony Shanghai。那么也有请光明乳业股份有限公司的党委副书记董思明女士为季军颁奖。
Missed out on the podium during the European Championship, so it's glad to see him back here
in
on
second
top
place,
of his game.
Riding for Team Japan, Rimu Nakamura!
UCI 自由式小轮车公园赛世界杯男子组亚
So
军的获得
Japan
者
Airlines here. Fise Shanghai getting the second place here this year, and hopefully next month in Shanghai he can shine again and maybe even take the win.
Bring in the height, the crazy combos, and the style.
But there can only be one.
And your UCI BMX Freestyle Park World Cup Shanghai champion from USA Cycling, Justin Dowell!
获得 UCI 自由式小轮车公园赛世界杯男子组冠军。
Love his passion for riding. And he threw down some of the most insane combos.
And what a season he's had. I mean, Fise Montpellier Spine Ramp, winning X Games in Park. Now this win as well. And there's still big major contests coming up. We have the World Championships in 2 weeks' time, the other World Cup.
Yeah, it's awesome, and held it down at Battle of Hastings as well for his team. So good. And then here up on top of the podium, Shanghai.
Very well done, Mr. Dowell.
好的，那么现在。
And now let's hope we will get an interview with our 2025 Fise Shanghai Park winner. Because it's not only about the riding, it's also about the rider. We want to hear and feel their emotions.
Justin Dowell.
好的，观众朋友们，我们再一次把掌声、尖叫声、欢呼声拿出来，送给你们自己，因为有你们的参与，我们的比赛才会如此的精彩。希望我们明年都能在西岸，都能在徐汇滨江和大家见面。谢谢你们，谢谢。
I made a big move across the country to start the year, and it's just been paying with Nick Bruce every day, and just loving it, feeling good on the bike, feeling really positive and happy on the bike, and it translates to good riding.
Talk to me a little bit about this course. A lot of people before they got here, they saw this massive spine. A lot of people were intimidated. You look like you didn't really have any problems on the course all week.
No, I actually prefer the spine, we call it, and this is a double big spine essentially, so I prefer this over a normal one. I hope they keep having it.
Well, you did it. You killed it. Stoked to see you on top of this podium again. Ladies and gentlemen, your champion, Justin Dowell!
Let's go. Very fun getting to hear from Justin.
Let's have another look at that winning run. And he said it in the interview, like he was a really big fan of this spine. because it opened up a lot of tricks for him, a lot of the big, burly technical tricks that we are used to from Justin Dowell, your Fise Shanghai 2025 winner. So yeah, that is going to wrap up our broadcast here in Fise Shanghai for this Fise Park World Cup. We hope you had fun. We still have Flatland and Spine Ramp coming up, and we hope to see you at one of our next broadcasts. My name was Egon. I had a lot of fun with you guys. Dustin, thanks for helping out, and I'll see you at the Spine Ramp.
Yep, blessed to be here, and thank you all for joining us. What an epic event we just got to witness.
So make sure to tune in.